Jump into this matchup, Furia taking on the Evil Geniuses for a spot in those grand finals for this North American region of ESL Pro League Season 11. More importantly, I'm not alone. I'm here with Harry and Hugo, and well, we're here to talk a little bit about some of the stuff going on in this game. The beat's gonna drop, but more importantly, I need to tell you about our friends over at TikTok. That's right, wait. Show us your best CSGO vids, esl.gg/mygaminglife. What hashtags could they possibly use, guys?
Hashtag mygaminglife.
And hashtag ProGamer. Woo! That's PROGAMER.
Nice.
And now, down here through mid, this pistol round is already underway. Furia over on the CT side, and EG leaves them with a T side start. And they now trying to secure some banana presence as well as getting into the apartment. It does get spotted by Keserato, who's just about able to get away. Art has to be very careful. It's very good that he doesn't go down there pushing into the boiler, because he's the man with all the utility for Furia right now. If he goes down, that is $800 throwing down the drain.
Nobody likes to throw money down the drain, Harry. Do they?
Don't think so. Probably not that nice.
Just want to make sure.
Bit of a waste.
It is a bit of a waste.
Well, waste not, want not.
But it's just money. And they say it's the root of all evils. Who said that? Either way, it doesn't matter. Ethan, well, he's got some own plans. With his Glock, he's going to take down Vinny. That gives us a 4v5. 40 seconds left on the clock. EG, the bomb down in the middle. Haven't decided where exactly they want to take this. It looks like they want Fury to make some more mistakes, give up some more picks. Little do they know, over here on this A side is only Keserato. He's going to have some backup in the form of Art. Looking to get himself in that library now. The call has been made. It looks like they wanted to pressure a little bit of CT spawn there. Art's only good for one. Yuri's going to do what he can over towards the B site. And, well, what do you know? 2 versus 3 on the site.
Oh, what a flick. Stan has been so smooth in this game. It's actually pretty easy to be on the coffin. Stan was supporting him from the blue box. He doubles down and gets a plant in the site. It's Keserato in a 1-on-2. No kick currently. But I do see one drop to the back of the site. You see that, Trace? The blue highlight? It's by the coffins. There's a chance.
Oh, that's the diffuser.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was something else, like maybe some like Valorant ability or something. I don't know.
No, it's not a little droid driving at him. Instead, Keserato, he wants to get that kit in his hands, and he's done a bit of damage. Oh, they're either side of him. Keserato needs eyes in the back of his head, and oh, he doesn't know where to aim. Oh, it's so awkward, and there's Stanislaw to cement it with 3. The hat trick on the board for EG. They get the pistol round locked in, and that's them finding another pistol here, continuing to lead the way in that regard in this series.
Yeah, leading the way on the GG.bet odds is the Evil Geniuses 1-4, essentially. You can look at the numbers there if you want the fine details, but I want to give you the details of this. Gamble responsibly if you are going to do it. That's all I've got to say about it.
Yeah, take accountability for your actions.
Hold my peace, Harry.
Well, the nades go up mid, but not much to be found. Furia hiding inside of the site right now. That smoke is going to hold EG back. They can't commit to taking the mid control just yet. Breezy has cleared out the apartments. One of the more exciting things about the update when it comes to maps, moving away from guns, is the ability to spam balcony on Inferno. It's not as clear as you would think. You can't just like use an AK to shoot through to that top fence position on the balcony, but you can spam the doorway into apps. And there are, you know, certain angles with Norm. You can shoot players into the site. It's kind of cool. But right now, not going to be a factor as we play this on the old patch until the end of the Pro League that is tomorrow with 2 grand finals, 2 BO5s. Henny, he wants to get there, and he started off by taking down Cirque middle with a Deagle. An advantage for Furia. EG have mid, but where do they want to go with this? They don't have anyone in Banana. It might just be safer to commit.
Yeah, unless Ethan race car peeks around this corner, give himself that Domo approach here to the arch and the library side of things, but they're not going to be alone. 3 deep on this site. Furia find themselves comfortably entrenched. This would be a devastating round loss for the side of EG, and they're well on their way to it. Tarek's going to get 1 deeked out of this planet by Henny. That's about all Henny's good for right there.
Yeah, Yuri down in the pit, but there's only so many places he could be, and I would hedge my bet at believing he's in the smoke, and he was. And so now Keserato and Vinny, 2-on-3 in this retake. They've done well to get it this close, have these 3 A-site players that have already fallen, but now they're looking at Vinny and Keserato, hoping that they can pick up where they left off. Breezy holding for this short wrap. He's going to get the information that this is where Furia are. K-Serato retrieves Tarek's dropped AUG, and so that might just be him getting the hell out of here. In fact, you know, knowing K-Serato...
Oh.
You see that?
Yeah.
How do you
that,
think
Trace?
those wings are made, Trace?
Want to give some backstory to that before, you know, we really talk about that?
Yeah, Trace actually a bit of a chef. I mean, both you are. You know, I'm just more of a bystander while you've been cooking up fine meals in the luncheon this week.
I wouldn't say they're fine meals, but
Trace, you cooked hundreds of thousands of chicken wings in one sitting.
Yeah,
we're talking hundreds, not just hundreds, not just thousands, hundreds of thousands.
It was about 12.
Yeah.
But
Pretty
I
good.
guess
Maths was never Hugo's strong
no,
point.
just England.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, yeah, there were some wings cooked. What I would do to be mailed some buffalo sauce and ranch. Y'all could keep that blue cheese at home. We don't want none of that crap.
Good.
Trying
Wow,
to
I've never heard an American say that.
Blue cheese is garbage.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on
Good
swiftly, please. Right into this A site, perhaps. There, if Breeze has anything
Oh,
to say about
these
it.
double nades.
Kaboom!
Yuri, he was holding, hoping that heads would come over the stairs. Hey, there's a Zeus kill. You love to see it. Bit of revenge. You know, you get double naded, but then you get Zeused in response. And I think getting Zeused is probably worse. However, doesn't matter. It's not really going to play into this round in too much of a way. Not with Ethan and Cirque still putting up numbers. K-Serato, he's got that Galil over here inside of the B site, but there's only Ethan at this side of the map. So the bulk of the action going to fall onto Henny's shoulders here, at least for the time being. Now, there's always a chance that EG go back, but now that they've dealt with Henny, yeah, it doesn't really matter. You know, I could have said anything there. They get both the kills. EG go 3-0 up. But here's the investment from Furia.
Bada bing, bada.
Oh!
How do you do that even in slow
What are you
motion,
guys-
Trace?
What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, that's the game, yeah.
Please.
Well, 3-0 lead. The game is good right now for EG. Furia are on their first rifle round, though. And boy, do they like Inferno. At least the CT side, Furia, a very aggressive team. They're really good at speeding up the pace. And, you know, when they're feeling it, when they're on the board, I imagine they're going to go for some of these fast takes
my
down mid. Well,
goodness.
not today. They're going to get triple naded up the top of B. Ethan will not let go of W. Doesn't matter how nicely you ask him, but maybe he should have. K-Serato firing right back. He gets two through the gap in the smoke. There's a third there. Low HP. K-Serato finishes the job. And Stanislaw is hardly healthy either. He's on 12. This is a mess. How does that fall apart from an excellent entry with those grenades to a 4-on-2 with Furia on the board, surely?
Yeah, that a nade stack working like that is almost a blessing of a feeling, you know? And then when it doesn't go your way, when that second smoke gets dropped there over on the side of Banana, you know, it's pretty much ball game. It's closed. It's closed for business. Just Stan and Tarek. Guess who's already in the A site? It's going to be Tarek. Art having pushed all the way down in the apartments. We'll be expecting the rotation. He's going to continue to look towards top mid. However, if Tarek can make quick work of that, then this could be an opening for the side of EG. Will Tarek check it, though?
Oh, he will. And now that door is wide open into the A-bomb site. It's a race against time here. Yuri on this rotation does get set up in the library. Smokes fall over towards long, so he knows he's trapped, and he knows that EG will have an idea as to where he is. Tarek putting up his second kill in this round. And once again, you cannot understate how important Tarek has been here. He has opened up this A site not once, but twice in this round to allow for this bomb plant to come in. Now, is that going to be enough? Bomb planted. It's over here in the back left, so you can hold that from the pit side. Stan playing with the timing. And yeah, no kits for Furia means they've got to pick up the pace here. Tarek shut down in the pit, leaves all the pressure onto Stanislaw. And he's playing with fire. He's playing with fire. And when that happens, you frequently get burned. But Stanislaw not looking to have it happen a day. And he does shut down Henny. It's 3 for Stan, 2 for Tarek, and a 4th for EG on the board. They turn that around from a 2v4.
Yep. And they push down apartments. They get the first kill on the unsuspecting victim right here. Now, Art had absolutely no idea that that was a possibility. Tarek continued to do the work, and they get the bomb planted. That was pretty much classic, pretty much surgical, clinical even, from the side of EG.
Yeah, and we got Bames John in the server right now. 700, licensed to kill a revoked here for Stan. He's got to slow it down. He's got to stop as EG That was a massive 2-on-4 victory. It should have never happened. FURIA, they're gonna be kicking themselves. Pistols and armor, bit of util.
I've been working on a knock-knock joke, guys. Ready?
Yeah.
Knock-knock.
Who's that?
Owen.
Owen who?
0-7. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, luckily no one is 0-7 right now.
Yeah, just a little bit of the opposite. So,
Save
JK, LOL.
Yeah, why are you not saving the gold trace?
See, I thought you were going to go Owen, and then when we say Owen who, you say no, Owen 2. And that's where FURIA could end up if this keeps going in favor
Hey, you said
of
it.
the EG side.
That's Harry Russell. That's RUSSELL.
I mean, that is just the factor of this series, you know, like this is EG's map pick and they're showing us why. It's been a bit of a masterclass over here on the T side. Or finds its way into the hands of Henny. And he's looking like he wants to maybe try a bit of a banana pick. Now, he has the spawn for this. And so this is 3 players over towards B early. EG's nades towards top banana have been great at securing them this early control. This round, though, it's just the Molotov there. And so Henny throws that smoke that gives you a little gap on the right-hand side. Wasn't able to find anything from it. And that'll be him now likely retreating out of this B site. This does leave the A side a little under-defended for the time being. Art is putting up some numbers, but he's quickly shut down by Breezy. And we're back into this 4-on-4. It's even prompted another man to rotate away from B. You'll see K Serato in the speedway over here in CT spawn. Probably going to float around this position with a bit more love and attention over towards the B site. Vinny inside of it on the coffins, EG. Still taking this round slowly. They're trying to build up this default, but Henny's trying to tear it all away from them, and he does that now with the kill onto Breezy. This leaves quite a bit of pressure on Tarek's shoulders. Does he want to keep committed to this lurk, or does he want to try and rejoin the rest of the team? He's looking for the trade right now. Wasn't able to find it. Yeah, what's the call here for EG, right? You've got Tarek over in the apps, but the bomb is going back up through Banana. So Tarek just trying to keep these 2 players here. And this will leave EG temporarily with a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-2 if Tarek gets there in time at this B bomb site.
Now, the other side of this is when Breeze got taken down in middle, he was running back towards Banana, which does kind of give some indication, hey, you know what, there's probably more on B. This could have been a B hit late in the round. However, K Serato, the first to fall on this B offensive, and just left to his own is Vinny. He has nothing to say about it. 2-on-3. This has gone well for the Evil Geniuses, who've gotten themselves inside of this B site.
Yeah, a player throws a molly from coffins, but it's actually quite shallow and leaves a massive gap. Stan sneaks up on the CT wall, gets flashed in by Ethan, or I think it was Tarek actually coming late, and is able to kill K Serato in the spawn. Off the back of that, he flanks Ruins with 20 seconds of fast play and gets in the back line, dropping both B players there for FURIA. They don't even get to see their opponent. Flashed out in the first fight, backstab in the second, and a save in the 3rd and 4th. It's going to be a 6th for EG.
And let's talk a little bit about this map pick being that of the Evil Geniuses. I mean, obviously, they've come prepared. They're up 6-0. This looks like a good-looking EG. They were winning a lot of duels over Vertigo, but now we swapped over to Inferno. They're doing it again. They're winning 2-on-4s, which is kind of unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very different map pool as well from the last time these 2 teams played, where it was, significantly closer. Mirage was a stomp to FURIA, and Train was better for EG, who managed to win that 16-14 and 16-13 on Nuke. So close games. This is a safe game. This is one where EG, not only is the map pool certainly favorable for them. I mean, it didn't look it coming in with Vertigo being the pick for FURIA. I thought that would go that way, but EG look really, really good right now individually. And again, you've got to only assume, you don't actually know, but we've got to be guessing Zeus is having some impact here.
Gotta be.
During these timeouts. EG have taken plenty of timeouts in this series, despite a clean Vertigo game going their way.
Now, if EG do win this series, we get that opportunity to ask. I think one of the ones that I'm going to have to ask about is this nade targeting right off the bat here on the T side. They're finding, 2 rounds where they just target grenade usage, and they got to frag off it. They got to open pick off of it. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, low investment, high reward, right? Like sometimes you'll just throw them, nothing will happen. But if you can get a kill and it's a so limited risk, you just can't lose a player while doing that in some of these positions. So I really like that call from EG.
Well, not to mention as well, right? Look at how it's affected the CT side from Furia. You can't go and challenge for Banana
nice.
if every time you try to challenge for Banana, you get triple naded into oblivion. And so this has kept them very, very passive back in the B bomb site. And so we haven't been able to see any of these like preemptive rotations. Breezy somehow recovering, gets that kill onto Art, and this leaves Yuri all alone. And this is where, you know, like if Furia were able to push and prod at B and they were able to take some aggression, we might have already had another man inside of this site with Yuri. But now, as a result of these kind of, I mean, Fury have just taken the gamble in this round, right? They didn't really have much to work with anyway, despite putting some investment into this round, so they gamble stack inside of A. But it's only K-Serato left. They know where he is. They've got him trapped. How on earth is K-Serato going to navigate this one? There's one kill.
Hello.
He's been able to get himself out. He's playing around with this smoke, gets tagged, and now very low, finished off by Tarek. So it's 7-0 for EG.
They didn't get the AWP off the top of the boxes, but it's not a worry. Look at the money here for EG, man. They're all over this.
And even opping on the T side, something we were kind of joking about, you know, getting double, triple ops out there. Not that that should ever happen, but for EG, they make it work. When you have a player like Cirque who can go berserk, then there you go.
It will work. And yeah, and now EG is 7-0. They have Furia at a point where Furia are feeling the need to play for picks. They want to get a kill. They want to try and, you know, tighten the load, or lighten the load rather, that EG are bringing. So Cirque, he just holds short side in that previous round, and a player peeks out to get info, to get a fight, to get anything here for Furia, and he dies. So sometimes, you know, being down this far can lead you into a position where you dig that hole deeper. And that's where Furia found themselves in that round. Now here, it's a lot better for K-Serato. He has been a tank up on this B bomb side. Not his first spray down today, as he finds a double kill. The grenade will follow to limited success. But Furia have salvaged a 4-on-3. We know EG have won these disadvantages before, though.
Yeah, it looked like EG wanted to open the can of worms right there on the B side. They got up quick, they got up fast, they found the frags, but K-Serato really saving the day. They're going to go through it. Look at that. Tarek spot K-Serato trying to get out of dodge, and that's going to be the end of that. Should be a bomb plant, albeit Tarek is very low. Somehow they squeaked that one off. 3v2 in the site.
Yeah, Cirque is continuing to perform with this AWP, but he might have another one round the corner. Second kill of the round in the post plant. That AWP turns from a bit of a liability to a bit of a guarantee, as EG can hold off these long lines of sight with the AWP, and Cirque has posted it up for yet a third. Henny might give it to him if he doesn't even choose to save. That's if EG let him, and Breezy certainly doesn't want that to be a factor, so he will get aggressive himself. Another round for EG.
This is the most confident EG have looked all Pro League long, right? And one man in particular who was 11-0 up until his first death in this round is Stanislaw. It must be quite nice, you know. I don't know if this is like necessarily an immediate reflection of Zeus just being there, you know, maybe we're assigning too much to that. But, you know, you got to imagine it must be nice having the pressure, you know, shared out between him and another man coming in, chiming in, hyping the squad up. So, you know, like spirits are obviously pretty high in the EG side right now.
So let me take that a step further, and it's kind of what I would imagine is the same vibe should, you know, let's say if Furia signed with another organization, or EG had signed with another organization, signing new players, whatever it may be, there's a new team smell that kind of comes around.
And you want to
coach,
right? You want to put your best face on, right? Like you want Zeus to see you guys firing on all cylinders. K-Serato tries his hand at the banana aggression in this round, and well, to his dismay, and joining him is his old mate Vinny. And he will put up a kill with the Deagle onto Tarek. Is that going to transpire into anything more? Doesn't feel like it. Yuri has maybe, oh dear, I was going to say maybe caught a timing, but instead he catches a bullet. It's 3 kills for Cirque, 9-0 for EG.
This is the easiest bit of coaching Zeus has ever had, really, I wanted to say. Like, and obviously.
Very far away. He's in Brazil. So, yeah, just to kind of go back to what we were talking about for a second, is this is a new team smell that we're getting right now. And you kind of get that vibe, I guess, within the camp of any team that has that sort of change. So
I think Harry, sorry.
No, I mean, well, I was going to say it can be a little bit of a honeymoon period.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
I think Harry made a really good point where he said, like, you know, you want to put on your best face for Zeus. You want to show him what you got. And this is a great example. EG are just feeling furious right now. And Furia are feeling rivaled.
Yeah. Harry trying to put his best dress on for Zeus, and Henny will be finding Stanislaw.
What is your best dress?
It's a wonderful little cheetah print number. And speaking of cheetahs printing out in this one, it's actually going to be a bunch of kills over here in top mid. Art lines up all the damage. Ethan. This is that his team didn't get mowed down there, probably, in this 1v4. Now trying to creep up short side. There's an AWP looking at him. That's Henny. Not really knowing to miss these is Henny. And he's not going to. So the first round on the board for Furia. They finally break the streak. They get one on the board. This is where it's so important that for Furia, they don't let this just be a one-and-done round. Not just because it's already a pretty grim scoreline, but because you don't want to get your first round win on the board and then immediately get forced onto a partial bye round. Because at that point, this late in the game, that could pretty much be the 2-0 solidified for EG if this round doesn't go Furia's way.
Speaking of evil geniuses, they're going to elect to use a tactical timeout, of course, brought by the U.S. Air Force. Now, a couple questions I imagine about this matchup. This is the old patch. This is not the same update that we all witnessed last night come down the pipe from Valve, which is a significant change to the game.
As good as that update is, we think, you know, from the outset, from the onlookers.
I don't know, man. I haven't lost a matchmaking game since they improved the Bison, so...
Coincidence?
Coincidence, I think not.
Is that what we all took away from the patch notes of this one? We refer to it as the...
Bison buff.
Yeah, the Bison buff patch. Yeah, I remember that one.
I think they nerfed a couple of other guns. I don't know. I don't really play anything else other than the Bison anyway. And jumping Deeks, that's all I do. So maybe Valve could help me out.
I buy the buy zone in the buy zone. And, well, Henny over here with his AWP down in mid. Yeah, I kind of just threw that one together.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, Tarek and Ethan lining up 2 kills in a matter of seconds. Oh, it was.
Ethan's first frag was from second mid.
Well, certainly not the start Furia wanted, but Henny, if one man can give me confidence with an A-site hold with this AWP, it's going to be him. So let's see if he can deliver. He's already got one in this round. There's a player in the pit and a guy on balcony. Henny tries to go up and over, but instead he goes down. And Keserato falls alongside him. This A-bomb site belongs to EG. And for Vinny, it's the long road back in for the retake. There are only 2 players here. Not that he's ever going to know that. And so that maybe won't even help Vinny in this situation.
The thing is, the second he gives away his position, you know, if he goes to save, they're going to know he's CT, right? Like, already they think they've got him boxed in regardless, but that's only going to confirm it.
Yeah, that's thanks to Stanislaw, right, down at down at Banana. But actually, Ethan's now gone and joined him. Cirque's even joining. Yeah, look, Cirque's like, no, maybe I won't this time around, guys.
What's he done with his AWP? Where's Cirque's AWP gone? Let's have a look at Cirque. What's he doing? There we go.
He's hanging out, man. He's minding his own business, you know? Staying alive.
Ha, ha, ha. Ha!
It's so smooth.
What?
Look at this kill, though, from Ethan in the earlier part of the round. He gets a spam kill. Tarek follows that up immediately with killing a Yuri. Right away, this A side is super vulnerable. And he was that last line of defense there.
Do we get the replay of that one? I don't even
There's so much smoke.
Oh, well, well.
That's ridiculous. Cirque, honestly, you're an animal. Put him down. Get rid of him. This isn't allowed on the Pro League. 10-1 up. EG are making a mockery of Furia on their map pick.
I don't know about putting the animals away around here, but we can begin to put away this half. It's starting to slip so far out of control of Furia. Now they're going to have to get aggressive, get strange with it. Look at the shotgun play here, the setup at least. Art playing up front. He's going to have that first shot. His teammate there next to him. Well, turned a little bit of anti-flash. Tarek bit off more than he could chew. And there you have it.
Oh, double up for Art on this push. And so suddenly this becomes a very doable round because EG, they're like, all right, guys, let's hit B. Let's make it happen. Now there's the realization this bomb is all the way back in T-spawn. And so Cirque has gone back to get it while the rest of the gang try and secure B. Oh, it's ugly on the cross. They both get tagged down very, very low. Cirque is still holding at the bottom of T-ramp. Furia in on these rotations. But, you know, this might be a 4-on-3. On top of that, these 2 players are both so low. And so the bulk of this is going to fall onto Cirque. He gets caught there and drops straight away. Ethan followed up onto, and Furia. They will salvage a second round on the back of that partial bye.
And that's a big round, right? Winning an eco like that not only puts your money in a great position because you were saving anyway, but it gives you free weapons and it gives you a chance to, you know, put something in the end of this half. Get maybe a 5-10. It is possible. It is conceivable here for Furia. It's just not going to be easy with how well EG are playing on this T side. But regardless. The money is back, the guns are here, and the double AWP is in play. Furia have that onto Art as well. We were wondering if we'd see much of it. Inferno CT side is the best case scenario.
Best case Ontario.
Well, certainly not rocket appliances in this round. It's simple, point and click as Art sits in the banana. He'll get flashed out and Ethan will find that kill. EG looking to double down towards B. There's another rotate here in the form of Caserata, but he will get smoked off.
Yeah, it's been B abuse time after time here. Ethan's gonna be the first one in, looks for the fight at first. Georges can't seem to get over the top. It's gonna be Vinny with the kill. Who instantly gets traded out.
That was a pretty cool flashbang thrown from Vinny. He throws it at Oranges so that it falls behind him. And what that means is if a player tries to peek him from the pool, they get flashed. And that's how he's able to win that fight out there.
Now hold on a second. Henny finding a kill on Tarek leaves us in a 2v2 with still a little bit of time. What will Furia elect to do here?
Yeah, the scary thing is, right, is I think for Furia, they were considering a chance at the save in this one, right? 2-on-3 with very little money. It's one that they might not have even considered, but now getting that kill onto Tarek, bringing it into a 2-on-2 and still having some utility to work with, that's enough to spur them on into this bomb site. However, there's no time. They don't go any further than this. They weren't able to force any engagements with the Molotovs and the utility that they used. They almost died at the bomb, but that's fine. It's an 11th round for EG, because at the end of the day, they don't die to the bomb, and they probably know the damage better than I do. So they'll be, yeah, they'll be reinvesting here. Double ups over on the CT side with one of those held forward. It's Henny and Caserata donning them too.
I guess that's a good point, right? Pros save more than anyone else because, well, that's when the stakes are so high and the results actually matter. You know, you're maybe not going to feel the pressure to save in one of your ESCA games. Go for it every time, but...
Well, there's also some pros that save more than other pros. Not going to point any names out. Not going to say anything, but you can all deduce as to what the meme is about.
What's the time, Trace?
I've got just after midnight, actually. 10 past.
After that.
But here we are. It looks like a little bit of an aggression here from the side of Evil Geniuses towards Banana. They've been doing this time and time again. A little bit of that conditioning that we spoke about yesterday. But this half has not gone well for Furia. You can see that number has spiraled out of control in 11-2 side so far. Caserata with an op kill. That will certainly help the war effort here for Furia. And it's going to be a peek over the top of mid. Now, Art peeks out, sees nothing.
Yuri's making a lot of noise. Cirque hears that.
This bomb is all the way up at Banana, so Cirque's sole focus in this round is to feign the A play and keep these three players here. He's made noise and now sneaks back after dropping that smoke. And that has kept Furia with three guys at the A bomb site. So now Caserata and Vinny, the pressure's on. Caserata fully flashed, tries to hit the flick while he doesn't even have vision. They're planting, and they haven't cleared the site. Oh dear, that's the bomb dropped, and that could be the downfall of EG. Someone's got to get on this bomb, and no one's got on the bomb. There's no time for EG.
The jump.
Furia, they're gonna get a third on the board on the back of some lucky timings in this round. They even deal with Tarek after time, so that's him with no weapon into the last round of this first half. Cirque saves as well. And so it's 4 rifles here for the EG side.
Oh, if he jumped a bit later, maybe. But yeah, past the peak of the jump at that point. Nice try. I don't think the time would have been good anyway. It can be, you know, what's the word? Finicky? Is that the word? It can be kind of hard to get the bomb down.
Jacob Pimp Finicky.
Yeah, big fan. It can be hard to get the bomb down on B coffins. You know, lots of elevation to worry about. But that's a great round for Furia. They'll take it. You know, it's not clean. It's not even necessarily well played. It's just Furia staying alive. Of course, a player at the back of the site does do their job by dropping the bomb and playing so safe and slow. But other than that, it was merely waiting and relaxing as EG burn out their clock. Can't afford to do it here and now in number 15. EG looking for a 12-3 half right now. Double up still remains here as Queserato takes it over Art.
And, you know, you think about the fact this was 9-0 at one point in time. FURIA at least salvaged this, right? Like, I mean, I don't think we can look to change much about that 9-0 scoreline that was prominent at one point in time. But they've at least recovered and stumbled back to their feet here towards the end of this first half. Can they keep the good times rolling? Well, there is some rolling going on, a bit of steam rolling from EG over here at the A side of the map. They mow down the defenders here, and now they sit a man up with the bomb planted. Last round of the first half, so FURIA are going to give this one a go. Queserato and Vinny, the two B site rotators, tasked with trying to get past these Kriegs and the AWP, and they do deal with the Krieg. Cirque, though, still looking for more if they slow peek this. Cirque actually missing the volley, and Ethan's there to pick it up. This leaves Queserato all alone, stuck out on a limb. They're peeking him from every angle and in tandem. And it's Ethan to solidify a 12-3 half for EG. They're looking to make a bit of a statement here as they look to book a grand finals place in 2 maps. FURIA, they've got to do the impossible. They've got to come back from being 12-3 down. Can they get it done? Join us after a quick break to find out.
I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain.
Sarah, why are you leaving me? But better yet, why is that first half left the side of FURIA 12-3? A show of force here for the Evil Geniuses, who look to secure their spot into the grand finals tomorrow against the Team Liquid, who currently sit up in a 1-map advantage in a best-of-5. Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11, everybody. I'm here with Harry and Hugo. And of course, there's a lot of stuff going on But for right now, what can Furia get going on in their T side? They really need to come back. They need to bounce back starting now. These GG.bet odds are rather disturbing.
Yeah, they need the pistol trace of this series, and Semi is done. EG at full mast as they hold on to this B-bomb site. It's going to be a fast play from Furia, looking to go through the smoke. Breezy is above it, and he's going to find Vinny from a top side. Can't stick around for too much longer, but the flash is good. The shots are not. Ethan whiffs, and Art takes him down from behind. There was a chance there for EG, and there still is, but they've got to be kicking themselves at the opportunity as it starts to slip through their fingers. Kills all coming up for Furia, and a very aggressive pistol round, not fearing the fight, not looking to set up safe, just looking to get it done and dusted. The T side starts well for the Brazilians.
It certainly does. EG looked to get in there before they even had the bomb in the site. They looked to just run through smokes and really put a stop to the plans of Furia, but that's not the way that the story is told. Instead, we're going to see a pistol round picked up from them. AK out, 2 Galils, 2 MAC-10s.
That's Furia's first pistol in this series as well, coming in at number 4, and it might be their last if they don't win this map. Well, it will be their last if they don't win this map. Cirque is going to be scouting mid, the one weapon, rifle, I guess, that EG have in this round, but surrounded by pistols in the form of these CZs. Ethan's still a 5.7 user. I respect it, but I'm not very good with it. It amazes me when pros get kills with that gun, really. When it used to be so good, Harry. Do you remember the good old days of the 5.7?
Yeah, man. I also remember the good old days of the CZ.
Oh, nightmares.
Yeah, I used the phrase good and old.
They were old days. They weren't necessarily good days.
They were days, though.
Yeah, that's true. Can't argue with that.
Wow, over here, Furia stack up outside of B, but at the exact same time, the flash goes in for Tarek to take a peek, and now he knows the terrible truth about what lies on Banana. And it's a terrifying sight indeed. Furia with the majority, and I say the majority, everyone would be the majority grouped up at Banana. But they're not pushing yet. They've let a moment of silence trickle in over at the B-bomb site. A re-smoke gets thrown in from EG, and that is huge. Important as well to bear in mind, Tarek still with this this flashbang is able to delay the push even more. And this is going to leave Furia to a last-minute commitment where they've got to go running through some of this defensive utility. They need to get the kills here and now, and they are materializing, but a lot of damage has been done by EG in this round. Bomb plant. Oh, it's going to be close. Henny burns to death, but he does manage to get the bomb planted in his dying breath. Cirque and Stan, 2-on-3. 2 of these players already tagged down low by this scout, and Yuri trying to take a fight. The only man with HP offering himself up here, and this should be the round now. Yuri solidifies it, a 5th on the board for Furia, but it gets close. It gets down to the wire. And that was a great example there from EG of how to do this smoke delay play on Inferno, right? They hold on to that utility right into the nitty-gritty, right into the ending segments of the round.
Yeah, and if EG get that first kill coming into the site, that's how that round falls apart. If Furia, their first man dies, then I think it just gets steamrolled and snowballed out of there. But Tarek, he gets dealt a jumping MAC-10 in the form of Queserato, and he can't convert the spray on the CZ. That gun is hard enough when your opponent is still, let alone flying through the air. Now, Stan trades grenades down middle. He'll receive the brunt of the damage, but on an eco round like this, you really aren't expecting a win for EG. Furia building into this second half, building into this T side, and building up cash with a MAC-10.
Yeah, lots of cash at that, right? 3 kills for Queserato. That's a cool 1.8k collected there. And that should be this round pretty much said and done. Furia in with a 6th. Now, this is where the going gets tough. And this is where we get to see, do Furia get going or do they get gone? Because there's not many rounds between EG and that coveted map and series point. If they're able to pick up this rifle round here, that would be quite the turn of events. If Furia want to make this comeback happen, I think we need to see them keep trading rounds together, right? They need to get EG in the same spot they were in that first half when EG went on a 9-0 run. You know, you want to just keep the economy on the back foot for as long as you can. And so much as one round going the other way can make all the difference in that regard.
Remember the good grenades that EG threw up Banana? Furia rival that with one of their own. It does tag Ethan pretty heavily Art does further damage, but Ethan gets away with a kill and gives up top B. That's a safe decision here for EG. They've got loads of util. If they really care, they can re-aggress later with a smoke and a Molotov and even a flash. The whole 9 yards. But right now, they're just going to sit back safely inside of the site with the man advantage. Furia, where do they go from here? Might just straight up execute B. It's safer than taking the mid control and dealing with a site that you haven't even looked at yet. There's an AWP there. There's plenty of util. So go into B. Seems like the more appealing of the two right now. But there's the re-smoke. That'll buy another 15 seconds here for EG at the top of Banana. Tarek has a Molotov. The second he sees smokes come over, he can throw that one down. Ethan's lining up a flash for him as well. Both of them with incendiaries. This could get very hot as Furia begin to enter this site.
Could be. Tarek's going to drop that molly right there on the steps to running into the site. So far, so good as Ethan's able to take down Yuri. That's created quite the numbers problem here for Furia. Just 3 players alive. The bomb crossed over to the site. They're going to go for the plant now, just outside of coffins.
This is a really smart play from EG. They don't fight anymore. They could have continued to battle from the coffins, but instead they give the plant away. Now, that molly from Ethan doesn't work. It gets extinguished by the smoke. It was meant to stop the plant. Instead, it's a retake. But EG, 2 men up, kits, util. This should be perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's going to require something pretty monstrous here from their 3 surviving Furia players. And Serato tries to force the issue, but in doing so, this is all left on the shoulders of Henny, and he's making it look doable. Does provide the first 2. This bomb has to get stuck. There's no more time for faking. Stan's on it with the kit. Henny, it's so close, and Stan has to get off. In doing so, the round goes in favor of Furia. Henny gets it done from the Banana in a 1v4.
He probably would have won that stand if he stuck that bomb. Of course, not to know the ammo was low. He'd switched to the Glock, and that gun's not the best. Stan was on near full HP. Henny probably would have lost that if Stan fully sticks it. He was a couple of seconds in at that point. Look at the timer as he gets off. It had less than a second left. God damn. Oh, that's a shame.
It certainly is that. We're going to jump right back into it here. Now, we noticed the money over on the EG side. They've gone with pistols, though. We've had a bit of lethality, too, when you think about these CZs and what they've accomplished with it up to this point. EG still heavy in the lead, 12-7.
Yeah, this is certainly the comeback from Furia, though. They can put this together. Do not doubt these guys. This is a 4-round streak right now with what you would assume to be a 5th here. EG yet to field around this CT side. They play things very safe there in that 5-on-3, They play them right by the books and by the numbers, but, well, it's the numbers on that bomb that elude EG in taking the round. Re-aggression towards Banana with a re-smoke to cut off these teams, but Art is put on a tower up and above. He does get taken off of it, though. Ethan deking him dead. But an AK thrown on the map in case Serato can upgrade, denying that weapon drop for EG as they leave the B-bomb site. Meanwhile, Furia own middle.
And that's the thing, like you look at this 12-7 scoreline and EG might still be in the lead, but you think about the fact that this was 9-0 to EG at one point in time, right? And now you take a look at it with Furia going flawless thus far in this second half, right? 4-0 up, taken 7 of the last, 10 rounds of play. And Furia are very much back into the swing of things here and now. It's just Stan and Breezy left standing. Got this crossfire set up. There's definitely a chance. And into the moors of the CZ they go. Oh my goodness. They get put through the meat grinder. And you don't want to see what's on the other side. Serato, the last man left standing. Breezy's repositioned. Serato sticking the bomb. Breezy not able to peek. And Serato 1 shot away from certain death, trying to save this round for Furia. Just going to disengage, sets himself up in the back of the site. Breezy looking for this gunfight. It's not offered up in case Serato does it in the 1v2 with 9 seconds left as he gets that first kill onto Stan. An 8th round on the board for Furia and a tactical timeout now cooled in on the back of it. This little crossfire was a beautiful thing to watch play into this round. I absolutely love it. But Serato, hats off to this man for keeping the dream alive for Furia.
Yeah, he had to stay real close to the contact there. Of course, it was a little squeaky when you think about Breeze being that last player you're up against. Now, one other thing to think about is something we haven't mentioned, the 3 of us at least. That is the MSI mystery box. Now, there was a question posed towards around 6 p.m. local time, and it was over on Twitter. So if you want to be involved in a giveaway, we didn't tell you what the giveaway was all about, but trust me, yesterday we gave away a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660. Today, though, here's your questions. Which 2 teams have won an ESL Pro League back-to-back? You see your options there, but head over to @ESLCS Twitter, get that answer in, and then we're going to be drawing a winner after this. And now I'm privy to know what the prize is today, and boy, this is something you're going to want in your home.
Without a doubt. But
It's
no
a
more
yacht.
Spoilers. It's a yacht, yeah. Probably not going to fit in your home,
You're right.
but maybe outside it'll be nice in the garden. Oh dear, going through the smoke. Ethan, he's been in that sandbags position every round of this CT side. And more often than not, he's been getting a kill and getting out safely.
Tarek got tagged by Henny spamming the wall, and so that's enough to send them out from top B. It might be this man advantage for EG, but it's come at a cost, at least on Tarek and Ethan. They haven't really had to expel any utility over towards the B site. At least Ethan hasn't. He's got to hold on to all of his. It's been Tarek laying it down early on. You can see that smoke still over towards top banana. FURIA pressuring their way back in. Tarek is the man to get boosted. I imagine that's because he's got no utility, whereas Ethan still needs to be free to move around this site in order to help out with his smokes and flashes. You see he re-smokes top banana there. FURIA, are they just going to go through this? Because Queserato certainly looks up to the task right now.
One smoke and one flash getting lined up by Vinny and Henny. So that seems to be the game plan. The quick flash and CT smoke, potentially. It's actually a wall smoke coming down as they look to fight towards CT. That's where both of EG players sit. 25 seconds, that molly will buy them more time, and this is falling apart. FURIA need a kill desperately, and it won't go their way. Tarek drops off the top, and he even gets traded through the smoke. There's a chance now to get the plant. Cirque gonna look to put that to a stop. If a player comes out wide, he will see them. I think he might have caught scent whiff of a player there, and the flick not connecting. That's a rare miss for Cirque, and it has given FURIA a chance in this post plant, even finding a kill on a rotate. Breezy's gone, Stan does trade, and these 2 low HP players getting flashed back in for the fight. Ethan keeping up appearances. It's just Queserato in the pit, and he can only get one. The trade puts EG back on the board, puts them on the map, and finds them their first CT-sided round.
So close, yet so far. That gap begins to close, and it's EG. They're just 3 rounds away from booking their ticket into a grand final for the North American region of ESL Pro League Season 11. So overall, look at that last shot by Cirque. Slightly disturbing, Harry.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's, like truthfully, right, for Cirque, I'm happy that now we've got this AWP in his hands over on the CT side. He's got a bit more time to show what he can do with it because, you know, he's been pretty quiet on Inferno, and it's kind of expected, right, with him starting over on the T side, even though I think he's one of the AWPers who can still AWP to a high caliber on the T side of this map. You are just definitely a lot more limited in terms of what you can do. And so, you know, now Cirque bringing this AWP out in the CT half, already starting to lay down the pain. I think he's still got more to offer in this game. Now, FURIA, this is where things get scary because this was 9-0 in favor of EG. They have worked hard and they have done well to get it back to 8-13, to make this game even feel doable. However, a loss in this round would effectively mean that it's all for nothing because the money is gone. And so suddenly, the hopes of a comeback get dashed on down. Damage exchanged over here towards Banana, and it's EG to come out ahead. An important scalp to find as well. Queserato dealt with early on, and he's been such a driving force for FURIA. The response is in from the Brazilians. They're going to take top middle, try to establish a bit of control to make up for losing a man early on. And this is a hell of a lot of control right now, but it's not going to go unchecked. Tarek trying to hold the line, get some chip damage off onto Vinny, but not quite the kill. And this has forced EG to really hunker down in this A-bomb site. There's still an option. There's still a world in which FURIA can go B. With Art back here in CT, it's kind of down to him. And instead, he's going to wait to find this kill on a Tarek. That now puts that much more pressure onto Cirque. If Cirque falls, I think FURIA go B.
Yeah, you would think so. In a 3v3 right here. Perhaps that would have been the idea, and perhaps it still is. He's seemingly a little bit apprehensive about committing, but he's going to do it. He's not going to be alone. Yuri's going to be there to help him stand his law with his eyes on the prize in the apartments, and Breeze with a crossfire from the pit. 2-on-3. Now the hit's going to come out. Stan has that attention from Yuri. That leaves Henny up there to try to pick a fight of his own. Things have slowed down. 20 seconds left on the clock here. They have fully committed now to this site. It's going to be a bit of an Aki Momo here in a second.
Yeah, tick-tock. They've got to get this bomb down, and Stan, he's just going to put them in the grave. Breezy to follow, and EG, 14 rounds on this CT side. They've found it. They finally lifted the curse that Furia had bestowed upon them in the first 5 rounds of this half. We're back-to-back CT rounds, breaking the money once again for Furia. It might just be a done deal. It might just be a grand final spot for EG. They've just got to put in the final bits and pieces. And look at Furia, their economy, it's just bits and pieces. They've got 2 flashes, a Tech 9, and no Kev.
This is the big worry we were talking about, right, for Furia. While they've done a stellar job to get this to even feel remotely doable, a loss in that round there has left them with nothing up against 14. They needed a miracle. And right now, everything is coming up in favor of EG. Not even a point of damage dealt yet to this CT side. And Tarek there spots a man getting up on top of the logs. They know there's still players here. Oh, that's a meaty nade.
Wallbang.
Goes from bad to worse. Cirque holds the line. And this should be the round. The bomb dropped. Henny, last man standing. Not really going to be able to get anything done. Tries to long this one out, hoping he can do some damage at the very, very least. But this is an unlosable round for EG. As Simple said, how can you lose this?
He said that about a 2-on-1, which is a little bit more Na'Vi. But yeah, this one certainly not winnable for Henny.
So eloquent, though. You do love the way that Simple does put these.
It's always nice to have Simple on here.
It is nice to have Simple. It's nice to keep things simple, rather.
It's a shame that Na'Vi got grouped, considering that came off the back of either head-to-head or round difference, whatever our deciding factors are, because the scoreline was good for them. They were doing well in their group. So, someone's got to lose. And sadly, in this case, it was Na'Vi, not getting through to our top 3. And right now, we're working out the top 2. It might just be EG and Liquid as they look to end this in style. A fast, aggressive mid-play for Breezy. He's pushed the bench, and he's looking to put them on it, but Henny is ready for it. Spam down through the wall. Keserato with a grenade trade by Tarek, and this is a mess. Vinny's getting burnt out, so is Tarek. He's going to run away. Art's pushed up lane, and he's taken the A site. That Molotov will stall him for a second, and Stan's going to be able to get into pole position, but the trade is out from the apartment. Cirque has to stay in the A site, and he has to fight alone.
This round is chaos.
Ooh.
This round's a mess. And Cirque is here to try and clean it all up. He gets the first. Now looking for a bit more, but Yuri does manage to isolate him. Bomb plant comes in. Tarek with 25 points of health. Surely not. And that does look to be the case. A 9th round on the board for Furia. EG try and pick up the pace, try and send a bit of a message in that round there. But message was received, not so much enjoyed by the Furia side. They send one back of their own, and they put a 9th up on the board. They need 6 in a row, however, if they want to get this one to overtime.
Yeah, you don't even want to hold out for it at this rate, because, EG just a single round away.
Yeah, currently ranked number 3 in the ESL World Rankings for Evil Geniuses. And by that, I'm talking about Dota 2. But this is certainly not that game, is it, Hugo?
No, far better, in my opinion.
In your opinion, of course.
And that's a cool thing about opinions. We all got them, Trace.
It's true.
Cirque with the AWP. He's going to get smoked off in mid. They're going to be able to take alongside, but the Molotov is there. Art wants to burn out the cubby. And instead, he's going to hide in the smoke. I like the play. Buys him some time before he throws his own utility, but the spam might force a fight from the other side of Long. There's 2 players there. They've re-mollied mid, but they've yet to peek or fight. Prod or poke. Cirque will do both. He pushes up once again, scoped up. That will get heard, so they should be ready in the boiler. The flash is good, and the shot too late. Art had already swung, and Cirque is gone from this round. Breezy is ready for Yuri, who's not ready for him, and now EG have to rotate fast into this site. Tarek's done exactly that through the moto position, but Vinny going to trade him. He was already deep with the Mac 10. The bomb's been dropped. It's a mess. It's once again up in the air as the flash goes high. Breezy looks to find the fight. Grenade onto the bomb, but we're not going to have any more explosions for the time being. Fury need to pick that one back up first.
Yeah, they're going to hold even for a moment, right, and just hope that someone from EG reveals themselves. And Breezy has done exactly that. They now know where one and the only player left for EG is. Vinny's going to shut him down. A 10th round on the board for Furia. No money left in the EG camp. There should be an 11th right around the corner.
You know what we're creeping up on, guys?
What are we creeping up on?
You know what's on the way here.
Is it overtime, Trace?
It could be. I mean,
Oh,
look at the way that Furia is playing right now. Look at the way they're pushing EG around. Now, EG certainly have a response for just about every situation, it feels like. But all they need is one more round, man. Are they going to do it with pistols in this one? Who knows? Stay tuned.
Well, this one should be free, at the very least. It should be attainable for Furia with limited casualties. Heavy mid startup with 2 on the short side. Oh, it's going to be pushing up. Grenade is very good, actually. Art gets hit pretty hard. Breezy tries to follow up off of it, but the grenade might even end his life here. Close to the corner, down to 30. EG just not pushing, not giving Furia a pick that would elevate the pace into a site take. 5 in middle right now. 4 here for EG.
Oh dear, as EG try and crunch them. Okay, don't think that one should have gone the way of Cirque. Surely not, this cannot all fall apart up against the pistols. Now, USP on Ethan had a real chance there. Cirque, Henny's delivered.
Still winnable.
Every one of these rounds has been chaos, but are they ready for Tarek? Still inside of the site. Serato goes to check, but no one's seen him. The bomb's dropped, and Tarek now onto the AWP. Serato just about finds him. It's down to another clutch scenario. Furia keep the dream alive, an 11th on the board. Don't know how Cirque got that kill, but he did. You know, some things happened. Henny did a bunch of turns with a deagle. An 11th round now on the board for Furia. And oh my word, this game is heating up. Furia, they need 4 more rounds in a row if they want to make this comeback happen and take us to overtime here.
U.S. Air Force tactical timeout. And if you're evil geniuses, dig deep, because this could be all she wrote. This could be the end of the whole series. Could be what puts your team into the grand final, but Furia climbing back into it, really getting close.
It ain't a good map till it goes all 30, Trace.
Well, that's true, but also on the other side of it, I'm thinking about Furia, and they find themselves in the cockpit. Now, that's somewhere potentially Harry finds himself as well from time to time.
No, actually, you'll find me in business class, Trace. Not quite flying the planes yet, but certainly flying high. And now, Art down here towards T-Ramp, has the rest of the guys alongside him.
This could be it. This could be all she wrote. Such a pivotal moment. The time crunch is here. Harry, do the honors.
I see how it is.
Ooh, it could all come down to this. And Vinny leading the charge. Ethan gets turned to grub. Tarek following up with a kill and doing damage before the trades come in. It's a man advantage now for Furia. In this post-plant scenario, they have a chance to get this bomb down. Henny's actually running with, I think he only just realized that he had the bomb. That could have gotten out of hand, but it doesn't really matter. The round's already won. EG are just save it. They can't even give this a go. Furia, a 12th round on the board. And there shouldn't been a way for them to get back into this. I keep saying it, but it's just because this is how unreal this comeback is. This was 9-0 in favor of EG. And Furia, you know, even if you look at when EG reached map point, they were 15-8 up over Furia. And so Furia, they had to go on a huge comeback to get here. This will be their 4th in a row. They needed 7, and they're over halfway there.
The dream is alive. It's tangible. You can taste it at this point, Harry. 3 rounds away. Another tactical timeout brought by the US Air Force. Zeus sitting in Brazil right now, trying to lead by example here behind the wings of EG. Of course, replacing Chet, recently joining this roster, and this is his first matchup with the boys. Led them to a pretty good lead right now, but that lead is closing fast. 4 rounds in a row for Furia, only 3.5 for EG. Remember, this is 12-3 on the T side, Trace. They were rolling.
Yeah, they were right there. And we're talking about right now what would be a almost devastating loss here on this map if they somehow have held on to 15 for this entire time. And it comes down to this. Well, Furia certainly are not going to leave any tricks up their sleeve. They're going to be putting it all out here on the table, aren't they, Harry?
Yeah, at the end of this map, someone's heart will be broken. Now, whether that's EG, whether it's Furia, we'll have to wait and see. But EG, they've been at map and series point for a while. Furia have worked so hard to close this gap and try to take us to OT.
Well, we've seen these low economy rounds get interesting in the past. EG actually almost closed that out on the A site with Tarek in that 1-on-1. So don't count them out of this one, although Ethan's been removed very early on through the smoke by Keserato, and Tarek is pushed up very deep indeed. He takes a kill with it, does get that much needed trade on 27 kills for Keserato. He's having quite the game, but that will come to a close for now, and maybe forever if EG can find this round. 2 M4s, 2 CZs. And Furia, they've got no B control. That enables a triple setup on A, and Furia are going to gamble back into this site, you would imagine. You still see the bombers hanging around Banana, and that's because they don't want to walk into what they know is a 3-man A setup. They want this control back. Stan is full of grenades, though, and he's going to throw out more and more to continue holding off this position.
Look at that.
Look at the time bought by EG in this round. And once Stan spots these players come back up Banana, we can see this rotate on the long side. It's actually already happening. Cirque is in position.
Oh, but now that kill complicates matters here for EG. Suddenly, what seemed like a safe bet rotation for Cirque over towards B has had to be halted. He comes back towards the A site. Long control taken here by Art, and they don't know. They've got no idea that he's wrapped around behind them, and that's a free kill onto Cirque. Now, Breezy tries to stand the test of time, but he can't. And it's only Stanislaw left. This is a 13th round for Furia. They get past this slight partial investment with a few weapons saved, and they do it easily. 4 players staying alive for Furia, and a 13th now on the board. 2 more rounds to take us to overtime here on this second map. And when this comeback was beginning, you know, it didn't really seem like a reality that we were ever going to get to this third map, which would be Nuke. I think we very well could, Trace.
This is 3 rounds in this half for EG. And if you look at the other side, we got Furia winning 3 rounds in the first half.
And remember, if this goes to overtime, the momentum is all in the pocket of Furia. Plus, they continue on the T side with the max cash. So they can potentially go 2 or even 3-0 on the T side, which would leave EG in an awful position.
Yeah, and looking at the scores as they are, Henny and Keserato, 27 apiece, they have done enough. Just a little bit more of a love tap will get this team through, or at least to an overtime, potentially a third map.
Yeah,
and again, the contention here, the outset of this is this team that wins this series will be going on to the grand finals. That best of 5 featuring Team Liquid tomorrow, not to be confused with Team Loquid. None of that.
Oh, the molly back in. Keserato's got a fall. He's got to give away Banana as EG take it with a flashbang as well. Good regaining of position. Don't want to force that hand too much here. Ethan's hanging around for a fight, and that might end in his life. It's actually Keserato getting dunked. He was burning in a molly, and a grenade will finish the job. But that's a good kill for EG, and it might be what they need to close this out in number 29. To think we've come this far after a 12-3 half, and still more to do for Furia. They're actually gambling. EG have rotated a man off of B. Tarek has gone into the spawn. That cuts off his rotation time back towards B, of course, but it still means that Ethan is alone, spotting for this commitment. Furia, 4 players here. It might have to be that retake round for EG, and Ethan is gone as well. No one inside of B. EG, do they save or do they go? They go. They save.
No, yeah, this has got to be the save. And oh my goodness, we've gone the full 30 rounds. FURIA, they needed 7 in a row if they wanted to get this to overtime. The closest they got to that was 5 in a row at the start of this T-half. Well, my word, have they overtaken our expectations here, taken us the distance, and now 1 round away from OT. This is where you look at this scoreboard. Henny and Queserato, they deserve a serious pat on the back, right? They've been instrumental to getting this team here. Vinny was struggling in the beginning of this game. Even he's been able to catch up a bit on the scoreboard, right, and start to fall more in line with the likes of Yuri and Art. EG, this cannot be the way that it falls apart for them. And, I mean, it already is, right? This is already not comfortable.
I wasn't really believing it until it slapped me in the face, Harry. We're here, the full 30 in map number 2 rather. There's still a whole game of Nuke to be played if if FURIA rather can win this in overtime. And, you know, considering the way things are going, I think if they win this round, overtime is looking good for them. EG, do they have anything left in the tank? Money hasn't really been the problem. They've been making ecos close, but still, that's not been enough. The AWPs, once again, centered towards middle. Cirque has to switch sides, knowing the timing is there for a player to be up second, and they are. Just going to fall off. Not looking to force fights, not looking to take advantages, even with the picks that EG have had on the CT side. They've been swiftly traded, and these B-site executes have been a go-to for FURIA, offering them a lot of substance, forcing a lot of saves, and getting, most importantly, a lot of rounds. That's how they got here in the first place. Just 1 more.
And that's the thing, man. If you're watching this, I think regardless of who you're supporting, you kind of want this to go through. You know, you can't argue that FURIA have not deserved at least to lock in overtime. Is it going to be EG?
Yeah.
Feeling wronged, feeling sad?
EG are gambling B right now. That's a really good decision considering how many saves they've gone for.
Yeah, I'm looking at this round right here, and I really have to say that this setup from EG has to be the one that closes it. It's just so pristine as it looks. They currently got the bomb over here towards the top of middle, but I don't know. I think, well, the way this currently goes, a little bit of a hit, a little bit of action over here towards the B site. It's going to be a skirmish between FURIA and EG, but it's going to be a back out, and they're going to look their sights towards this A site. Ooh. And with a wrap over here towards Arch, that's going to create an interesting dilemma. How will EG conquer this? Moreover, can they? First kill for Stan.
I've got to do it all, and Stan is able to open the round up now. Damage done. Another kill for Stanislaw. Oh dear, FURIA. They've done well to get us to this point, but they've got to get it over the line. 2 players down here. Henny, we need some heroics now, more than ever. Stanislaw shutting down another death from above. Art gets caught out on a limb, and that is the game.
Wow.
EG get the defuse.
Unreal.
They get it done in 2. And commiserations for FURIA from going 0-9 down to ending it 14-16, 1 round short of OT, and their journey here in the Pro League draws to a close. EG, they've locked in that grand final spot versus Team Liquid. We'll be back after a quick break to try and digest this hell of a series and talk about what it means for those NA Grand Finals.